Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to New Forest Morphs. It's part 2 here with Amy, Luca and Adam, and I hope you enjoyed part 1. Part 2, Luca, I promised Luca he could feed the tarantulas. And what are you going to feed him? What we've got down there, is it? What's the food we've got over there? Can you see the food that we've got, Luca?
Yes.
What? Do you know what they're called?
No.
Mummy, what are they called? Mealworms?
Yes, that's the word.
Mealworms. So we're going to give 3 to this one. So do you want to put one into this one? Now this one is called Zoro. And your mum gave me these as gifts, as you know.
I'm scared of this one.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, you're okay. She's alright.
Yeah.
He, she.
So this one is a Brazilian black.
2 or 3?
This one gets 3.
2 or 1?
3 in each, I think. Hopefully they'll come and take some food off you. If you drop them on if you drop them on the soil.
You can drop it on the log.
Or on the log, yeah. They should be
It's
moving.
alright.
Yeah.
And then drop it on the log, buddy. Drop it on the log. Do one at a time.
Drop it here, Luca.
If you drop it in there, that's it. Well done. And we'll see whether he... Oh, is he taking it straight away?
No.
No, he's right there.
Oh, okay. They'll find it. I know when I put locusts, they take them straight away.
Oh,
yeah, they die for them.
They prefer locusts, I think, so I must get some more locusts. But
this one next.
they do eat these, though.
Another 2 in there, buddy.
2 more in there. So while Luke is doing that, just to give you an update, I've worked out, and my memory failed me, but it is a lemon blast. That's what you gave me. And so...
Oh,
He got it. He got it.
Has he got it?
Yep, he got it.
Daddy can zoom in on that one. Look how he's eating that, Daddy. You can zoom in on that if you like.
2 more?
So do you want
one more?
One more in here.
1 more there.
So what, we'll put 1 in here and see if this one will come and feed.
Oh, you're upset now, mate.
It's amazing how their instincts, they go straight in. Once they find it, straight in.
In there.
Okay, on that one.
So
In here. Oh yeah, no, 1 more in there.
1 more in here. See if he'll take another one. Daddy can film it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, we're in the water bottle.
Will you get it out of the water, do you think?
Probably not.
Nah.
So I'll pull it out of the water.
Locusts are very good at it.
Where is he gone?
There you go.
There you go, buddy.
Locusts are very good at getting out, but not so much mealworms.
So yeah, you
How
can
many?
put
3 in
3 in there. Yeah, that'll be
3 in
good.
here.
I know.
So- You feed them once a week, don't you? Because
Yeah,
it's very
'cause they're
important.
babies.
Very important not to feed. And as they get adults, should you feed them a bit more
No, less.
or less?
Yeah.
Oh really?
In the corner.
Because what it is, because they're what
the
they
hole.
call...
Go on
Oh,
that
it's
side
hot.
there. That side there.
He's hiding.
Well, a lot of...
That's it. Drop
That's
it down.
drop it.
He's smelling.
That's lovely. And put another one in there. So
Because they essentially call spiders pet rocks,
right.
they've got a very slow metabolism,
Okay.
so they
Yeah,
don't
sorry if I
really
throw you
need...
around.
I mean, I've got that big girl that you held.
Yeah.
I feed her maybe once a month.
Really?
But then I do a big
You
feed, so I
guys.
give her 3
Come
really big
here.
locusts.
How big are the locusts? Show with your hand.
Extra
my
large,
God.
so they're about that.
Wow.
Stop moving.
Okay. So once a
gonna
month.
feed you
In other
to-
words. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for teaching me that.
But they don't, you know,
that-
when they're babies, you feed them as
Not
often as they'll
people.
eat.
And this one here is still a baby, or is it going to be much bigger than that?
She's,
The first guy-
she is going to get bigger than that. Probably
We're
about
good.
that.
Dick.
As big as your hand.
Like
Yeah.
1 more.
Yeah.
Do one more.
1 more.
Well done, Luca. You're doing a good
Damn it.
job. And they'll come back, and what they'll do is they will take these when they want to. So, but they are beautiful. Jared actually loves them a lot now as
I'm
well.
trying to carry this guy. You
So,
know it here.
Put it on that side, Luca. That's it.
Do. I'll put
Right.
it-
So while you're doing that, Mummy's
Okay.
been thinking about some more questions. So, has Mum got some more questions for me on the breeding side? That's the question.
There you go.
Thank you, Luca. You've done a good job. I'm going to put this back. Lovely. Oh, we've still got a few left, which is good. Any more questions on the breeding front? So we talked about looking for the signs of breeding when a female is bole wrapping, and when the males start wanting to come out of their rugs. That's normally an indication.
Yeah,
this-
so
yeah.
this is going to sound a bit strange, so bear with me.
Yeah.
But you know when humans are pregnant,
Yeah.
obviously you have to do, like, I'm not suggesting vitamins or anything, but you have to do a lot of TLC
Yeah.
while they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Is it kind of the same with snakes, or is you kind of just leave them to it?
So, yeah, with most of the girls, they're very good at self-maintaining. I mean, some people can use supplements
Yeah.
to help them, but if the animal is doing fine, healthy, most of its supplements comes from a rat. It's a very well balanced meal. So it has a good balance of protein and calcium. As you know, a woman needs calcium as they're building.
Can I grab a bit
pregnancy.
of tissue? Where's the
Of course you
tissue?
can, yeah. But I think as long as they're eating healthy rat, it's all,
Yeah.
which has got all the nutrients in it. We've never had to give any
Sorry, you're
supplements.
going to see my OCD kick in quickly.
That's okay.
She can see fingerprints.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, you can get supplements, but we've never had to use them, is the answer to that one, because the girls tend to take all their strength from their prey item. Obviously, clean water is important. Give them fresh, clean water. As long as they're getting fresh, clean water and they're getting a decent sized rat. What you will find is, and it's nothing to worry about, is eventually the girls will start to refuse food. They pound their food, but eventually they will they will go off food, and there's nothing to worry about. So there's a technique to help them through that process, because as the follicles get bigger, the passage for their food gets reduced, so they can't take the big rats anymore.
Oh yeah, I see.
So you just drop it down. So to keep the clutch building and her sustained, you then move across to multis, smaller multis.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we gently ease down the prey item to give her more sustainability.
Yeah.
Also, I've got a friend who did what they call maternal incubation,
Okay.
where you don't actually take the eggs from the girl when she drops them. You actually leave her to coil them. And then what you do is, this guy that was showing me his video, he had a camera built in to show us the process of what she does.
Yeah.
And the girl coils up, but she's like a concertina. She goes up and she creates airflow around the eggs, and she can move those eggs, and she keeps them clean. And if any eggs go bad, she cleans them so they don't go and spread on everything else. It's amazing how nature takes care of it all. A lot of people worry about maternal incubations, but when I studied the video of 2 friends of mine that did it, and I might do one this coming year, because I think it's a good process to learn.
Yeah.
To learn from that. It's amazing what they do, and how not to worry if one egg goes bad. It's
So
not
they
gonna
don't eat the
affect
babies, or do you remove them
They
before they
don't eat the babies. In fact, some people leave them with the babies for a few days.
Mind you, to be fair, I've seen you, like, when you've compared snakes and stuff like that, they're not really bothered by each
They're
other,
not.
are they?
They're pretty docile. You know, they know they're pretty good. You never put 2 males together because you'll have a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
But you know, on the whole, they're pretty good. So there's some good questions there. The other thing is to bear in mind is over the follicle development, you probably are probably wondering yourself, how long does it take before they drop the eggs? You're
Yeah.
probably thinking, what's the process? Let's say you started in either October or November, and let's say it takes a month to get follicle size. Now, the follicle size is what they call exponential curve. So it's a slow, steady progress, and sometimes it's like extracting teeth. It's painful. You think, God, she's gone up 2 mil every month for measuring. You think, she's only got 2 mil. What's going on there? And all of a sudden, she'll surprise you.
Yeah.
She'll go like from 15 to 25 very quickly. You think, well, what happened there? And so it might be that Jared and I are not getting the ultrasound working correctly, and we're not reading it correctly, but it could be a number of things. But really, the acceleration of the follicles, because you want them to get to about 40 mil.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, the egg size has got to be about 4 centimetres. Colossus can go as high as 6 centimetres.
Well, she's a big girl then.
The big girls expect bigger eggs, but then the babies come out really big,
Yeah.
so they get a good start. But what I'll say is, they normally give you the clutch when the follicles get to about 4 centimetres or 40 millimetres.
Yeah.
The girl has probably had 3 or 4 good locks, and she stores the sperm in her.
Yeah.
She's got these special, she's got 2 ducts actually. So the boy's got 2 hemipenes, you probably know that.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 ducts to take that. But she has an area that she stores the sperm. So unlike human pregnancy, where conception occurs on intercourse, the conception is delayed by the girl can hold on to that sperm for 18 months if she wants to.
So she uses it when she's ready, essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
And this is why a lot of people scratch their head and wonder, why have I got on the 2nd season a snake that I haven't bred? And it might be that you bought one from some other breeder that have bred that snake, but she's carrying sperm from another boy that you've never bred with.
Yeah.
And you're wondering and scratching your head and wondering what's going on. She can store sperm. It's part of their survival instinct, you see. The other thing is there's what they call a pathoclutch, where a female can produce her own babies without a male. Have I told you about that yet?
Yes, you did, because we thought that might be going on with Biscuit. But I've not had any eggs, so I'm assuming she wasn't carrying any.
Probably not.
Because it's been quite a while now.
Yeah, she probably isn't. She might be actually taking some time out and getting ready to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
But you should have had a clutch of eggs by now if she's gone off that long, so hopefully she'll be back on it. So, yeah, so what happens is that when they get to, say, 40 millimetres, they may decide to ovulate at that point. And ovulation is when the sperm, she releases the sperm, and then it's a race to those eggs.
Yeah.
The fastest sperm, which is the survival of the fittest, gets to those eggs. Now, as long as you've kept that girl on, say, 84 to 88 degrees, and not much more, she can hold on to that sperm, because heat kills sperm.
Yeah.
If she's on a heat spike, she can kill that sperm, and then the eggs can end up being slugs.
Yeah.
Or if the boy's been set on too hot temperatures, he's firing infertile sperm to her,
Yeah.
because he's already been killed by the heat. So a lot of people reset their animals by increasing their heat, so they don't want the old pairing
Yeah.
to perpetuate the next. I don't do that, but
Yeah.
I basically try to keep them 2 or 3 degrees below what people recommend,
Yeah.
because I know from experience that you get heat spikes, and heat spikes can cause slugs.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this year we'll get less slugs. The other thing that can cause slugs is the animals are immature. The girls are being pushed too quickly, they're not sexually mature.
Yeah.
Or the boys may not have strong enough sperm, it may be that they're starting to produce it, but
Yeah.
it's not really firing all cylinders. So there's all these things to consider. So what happens then on ovulation? So let's say the girl releases the sperm, it races to those follicles. As soon as the fastest and strongest sperm gets there, guess what happens to the eggs? They go from being follicles to becoming eggs.
Yeah.
Because then the whole process of cell division occurs, and there's a hardening process. So these
Yeah.
wobbly, soft, jelly-like follicles, they firm up and they become a lot firmer,
Yeah.
and then they then sit on those. Now I think from ovulation, and you can tell an ovulation because it looks like she swallowed a Coca-Cola bottle. Plus you look at the scales and they expand.
Yeah.
There's all these signs to look out there. Also, she has a big steep ridge around her body. The top of her body looks ridged like a mountain.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, she's definitely got an ovulation. But they go within 24 hours to 48 hours, an ovulation. And what ovulation does, the eggs have got to then pass through to another part of her body.
Yeah.
And the reason why she swells is because she's got to pass all those eggs
Yeah.
through her body. And you remember, she's got 2 ducts. They've all got to carefully manoeuvre them, and that's going to make her look bigger than what she is.
Yeah.
Because those eggs have got to pass through a very small channel.
Yeah.
And they're getting quite big now, and there's quite a few of them, so
Yeah.
she will look like a rugby ball.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Some of the ovulations are more subtle than that, and you think, is that ovulation or not? So send us a picture if you get one.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time, because it means you're going to get something. Not necessarily fertile eggs, but you're going to get some eggs. So once they get to ovulation, you're going to get some eggs. And then they have a period of, let's work it out. So if we say from ovulation, you have what they call a pre-lay shed. So she has to go through a shedding process before she'll
Yeah.
lay those eggs. Now that shedding process is important because for the eggs to pass through,
Yeah.
the new shed has to allow her body to expand to allow her to release the eggs.
Yeah.
That's why she has to do a pre-lay shed. Now the cycle for a pre-lay shed, if you remember 2, 4, 8, try to remember that 2 weeks, 4 weeks and 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So from ovulation it's 2 weeks normally before she does a pre-lay shed. But that can vary more than that sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
I have to wait 3. But let's say 2 weeks on average, 14 days.
Yeah.
So when she ovulates, record the ovulation.
Skip.
Yeah, Skip wants to come out and breed. Record the ovulation, and then remember in 2 weeks' time she may give you a pre-lay shed. So if that happens, write down pre-lay shed
Yeah.
and the date that you do get the pre-lay shed. Then 4 weeks later she could give you a clutch of eggs.
Okay.
So 2, 4, so there's the 2
Yeah.
weeks from ovulation to pre-lay shed. 4 weeks that she's going to incubate those eggs in her body before they're released.
Yeah.
Because the embryos are building in her. She's keeping them warm on the hot spot.
Yeah.
Don't disturb her when she's on the hot spot. She's got them inside her incubating, so there's
Yeah.
the least disturbance. If she's got urates everywhere, leave them because she only replace them.